When this light turns red, we're good. There we go. Okay, so we're looking at 7.2 and it's dividing by 10. We talked about it earlier just a minute ago, and it's going to show us a few different ways. Okay, the first way is repeated subtraction. So there are, let me get this ready. There are 50 people going on a field trip to the Philadelphia Zoo. The students are separated into equal groups of 10. Okay, make sure you circle that. And we always got a box. How many? Because that's what it wants to know. How many what? Groups of students are there? So what do we need to find first, Aubrey? Wait, nope. How many what? How many what? How many what? How many groups of students? So how many groups of students? I'm trying to fit that in there. How many groups of students? That's the first thing we're looking for. How many groups of students? And we'll talk about the first way. It says circle the numbers you need. We already do that when we read it. So the first way they want us to teach us is by repeated subtraction, okay? And the number of problems that we have is going to be the answer once we reach 0. So Troy, 50 minus 10 is 40. There's 1. 40 minus 10 is 30. What's 30 minus 10, Troy? Troy? Good. So we bring our 20 up. Troy, what's 20 minus 10 again? $20 minus 10. $20 minus 10. If you have $20 and you give me 10, how much money do you have left? Aubrey? 10. I know. Adeline, 10 minus 10 is 0. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 problems. So we subtracted 10 5 times. So what's the answer? 50 divided by 10, Adelie? Huh? Not 0. Look. 5. And I know I know if I do it backwards, 5 times 10 is going to make exactly. So there's 5 groups, okay? 5 groups. They also said we can use a number line. A number line, we're going to jump. We are going to, let me put this, we can jump 5 times. So they jumped 1 time, 50 to 40. Our second jump's going to end where, Jack? 42 to 30. McKenna, our next jump's going to go 30 to 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to what, McKenna? We got to think. We're jumping back 10 to 20. There you go. Troy, 22, 10. David, 10 to. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps. So we know that 50 divided by 10 again is 5. Okay, that's 2 ways it's showing us. 2 ways. All right, so now it says use the multiplication table. And we just did this. It says since division is the opposite of multiplication, you know this, we can use multiplication to find a quotient. What's a quotient again, Troy? The quotient is
down here, division problem. The answer to a division problem.
David. Troy, what's the quotient? We just talked about it for 10 minutes. It's the answer, okay, to a division problem. And basically, they just want us to do, find the factor of 10 in the top row. So they have what times 10 makes 50? Oh my goodness, we might not know that. So I'm going to go to 10 across the top or 10 down the side. Yeah, they do 10 across the top. You could do 10 down the side too, honestly. So 10 across the top, and they went down. They found 50, so they drag it over. What's the final answer? What's the missing factor? 5. So the answer here is going to be 5, 5, and 5. 5 times 10 is 50. Well, 5 times 10 is 50. That means 50 divided by 10 is 5. It says in step 1, think about this, guys. In step 1, is the divisor or the dividend given? So look at step 1. Is the divisor or dividend given? Well, look. Step 1 has this problem. Length times 10 equals 50. But we know that the division problem is 50 divided by 5 equals what? 10. So in step 1, are they giving us the divisor, which is 5, or the dividend, which is 50? Willow? Huh? The dividend. 5's not in step 1. I don't see 5 up here. I see 50, though, the number we want to put an into up here as the answer. So it's going to be, step 1's going to be dividend. Now, step 2, they're giving us the divisor. I don't like how they worded that. Just put divisor. And the quotient we know was the unknown factor, but we know what it equals. divisor. I did. It's just, this thing's hard to write on. Yeah. So we have dividend and divisor. You got it, Cortland? All right, Cortland, number 1. We're doing 30 divided by 10 with repeated subtraction. So they just took 30 minus 10, which made 20. Then they do 20 minus 10, that makes 10. Now, Cortland, 10 minus 10 is 0. So, Cortland, look up here. Look on the board. How many problems did it take to get to 0? So that 30 divided by 10 is, say it again, 3. And if you skip count 10 3 times, what are you going to end on? 30. Troy, 10 times what equals 40? Skip count 10 to 40. How many fingers did it take you? Troy, turn around, look at me. Skip count 10 to 40. Ready? 10. Add 10 more. 10. 20. 30. 40. How many fingers do I got? So 10 times 4. 10 times 4 makes 40. So Troy, if 10 times 4 makes 40, 40 divided by 10, skip count 10 to 40. How many fingers are you going to have? 4. So 10 times 4 makes 40, but also 40 divided by 10 also will equal 4. Adeline, 10 times what makes 60? 6. So 60 divided by 10 is going to be 6. Because I got to skip count 10 to 60. Wait. Jack, 20 divided by 10? 2. Cortland, make sure you're writing. I see a lot of collaring over there, and I don't want to see that. Adelie, how would you say number 5? And what number is going to be our divisor? 10. And 10 has his sword pointing at who? The dividend, which is? So 50 divided by 10? 5. Great job. Perfect answers. Aubrey, what number is going to be our divisor in number 6? Huh? I don't even see a 7 in there. Our divisor. What? Who's holding our little sword? Yeah. So 10's our divisor. And he's going to put a what to 70? So 70 is going to be our dividend. So 70 divided by 10 is 7. McKenna, what number are you going to try to put an end to in number 7? 90. So 10 is going to have a what? A sword. So he's going to be the divisor. So 90 divided by 10, skip count 10 to 90, what are you going to come up with? 9. All right. You got it down, Cortland? Yeah. All right. So this is on your own, but we're going to do it together. Willow, 10 times what equals 70? 7. So 70 divided by 10, Troy, pay attention. 70 divided by 10 is 7. Troy, 10 times what equals 10? 1. So 10 divided by 10 equals 1. Adeline, 50 divided by 10 equals 5. Cortland, 60 divided by 10 equals. Troy, 40 divided by 10 equals. Come on, 40 divided by 10. What? Look at me, Troy. Skip count 10 to 40. 4. Aubrey, 80 divided by 10. You guys see a kind of a pattern? So, we got it down? The next one, these are hard. This is quantitative reasoning. We got to solve each side first. So McKenna, on number 14, what's 10 divided by 1? 10. Anything divided by 1 or multiplied by 1 is itself. So 10. So McKenna, what's 4? I want you guys to write this underneath too. What's 4 times 10, McKenna? Skip count 10 4 times. Try it again. Ready? Skip count 10 4 times. You have 10. 40. What? I don't know. Pay attention to this. So, McKenna, if you're an alligator, do you want to eat the 10 or the 40? The 40. So, 10 divided by 1 is less than 4 times 10. Okay? Jack, number 15. 17 minus 6 is? Huh?
That's odd. 11.
11. There you go. And so, Jack, 18 divided by 2.
What do you call 9?
9. Because if you skip count 2 to 18, it takes 9 times. So, Jack, if you're an alligator, what one do you want to eat? 17 minus 6 or 18 divided by 2? You got it? Right. So, 17 minus 6 is greater than 18 divided by 2. Adeline, 4 times 4. If you don't know, you can always look at your multiplication chart too, guys. Remember, you have a 0 on there, so the 0 has to be 0. So, yeah. So you use that 0, then count down 4. So it's 4 times 4, Adeline. Find 4 on the top, Cortland, then count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know you know. You get the next one. Don't worry. I'm going to give you the whole one. Ready? Find 4 times. All right, now count down 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever you get. What's 4 times 4? You can double check your right. Make sure you slide over and you get 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Great. Wait. And Adeline, 8 plus 8 is? Eight plus 8, not times. That was a good times though, and it's supposed to be 64. 8 plus 8 is what, Adeline? So 16 and 16, what are these two, Adeline? 16 is what to 16? Look on the board, Adeline. 16 and 16 are what? Are they less than, greater than, or equal to? Equal to. Willow, 23 plus 14? 37. 5 times 8? Portland, make sure you're writing this. So which is bigger, 23 plus 14 or 5 times 8? So 23 plus 14, the 5 times 8 is going to get 8. David, 70 divided by 10 is? 23 minus 16 is? You get the next one away. You figured it out? You want to know an easier way? David, how does what? No. David, how does 16 get to 20? Four. How does 20 get to 23? So 4 and 3 make 7. So David, what are these? Equal to. Troy. All right, Troy do one side, McKenna do the other. Troy, 9 times 0. McKenna, 9 divided by 0. What? 9 divided by 0. Anything multiplied by 0? Or is that a plus? My apologies, McKenna. It looks like a division for me. I'm not looking at my screen. Good job, McKenna. I apologize. So, McKenna, if you're an alligator, what side do you want to eat? 9 times 0 or 9 plus 0? Yes. Jack, there are 70 pieces of chalk in a box. If or let me scoot this up. If each of, yeah, no, these are going to be tough. If each of 10 students gets an equal number of chalk pieces, how many chalk pieces does each student get? So there's 70 in a box, and 10 students get the same amount. So what's our problem going to be? 70 divided by 10. And what number are we going to put an end to, Jack? 70. So 70 is going to be our dividend. It's all right, divide in, dividend. I'm okay either way. And who has the sword? Jack? So 10 is going to be our, come on, Jack, 10 is going to be our, and if we put those two together, we're going to get our what? It's on the board. Quotient. So what's our quotient? 7 what? No. Look after how many? 7 pieces. 7 pieces. Make sure you have all that circled, all that boxed, and all that underlined. Adelie. Oh, you're going to get a tough one. Elijah wrote his name in 15 school shirts. Cora wrote her name in 15 school shirts. Together, they labeled 10 shirts each day. On how many days did Elijah and Cora label shirts? So, think about it. Elijah did 15, Cora did 15, and they did 10 a day. So think about it. Let's find out what they did together. Total. How many shirts does Elijah and Cora, how many names did they put on? Elijah put 15, but what else did Cora do? So how much did they do total? How am I going to find the total, Adelie? We're not going to divide yet. No, we're not going to multiply yet. Well, we could. Let's add. So we're going to add 15 and 15. Right? So, Adelie, what's 5 plus 5? 30. So they've done 30 t-shirts, right? And if they did 10 shirts a day, what operation am I going to do? We have our total number of shirts, okay? So we don't want this number to get any bigger. We kind of want to make it small. We kind of want to put an end to it. No, we don't want it to get bigger. Divide. Hold on. Right, do it quickly, go. So divide by 10, right? All right. So, Troy, 30 divided by 10, what's that going to equal? What's our quotient going to be? 3. 3 what? Look after how many? It's typically the first word after the box. Look at my box up here. What word's right after my box? What word is right after how many? Oh, you got it. Yes. Yes, Troy. He's on it. He is on it. All right. So, days. Willow. Peyton has 32 cubes. Screw it up. Maya. Wait. Look up here. This is a tough one. Peyton has 32 cubes. Maya has 18 cubes. If both students use all of the cubes to make trains with 10 cubes, how many trains can they make? So what do you have to do first, Willow? Yes, to find the total number of cubes. So 32 plus 18. So Willow, 8 plus 2 is 0, carry your 1. 1 plus 3 plus 1. Final answer? So we have 50 total. Now what are you going to have to do? 50 divided by 10. What number is our divisor, Willow? What's our dividend? And what are they going to make? What's that called again? Quotient. So it's 50 divided by 10. What does that equal? 5. Troy, how am I going to label this? 5 what? Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, 5 trains. Make sure you have all this wrote down, Troy. All of it wrote down. 5 trains. Courtney, you got it down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to use this graph. Let's decode it first. Let's decode it. So, McKenna, if each of these yellow squares makes 10, what do you think half of one's going to make, McKenna? 5. So let's do elephants. How many do elephants have? Skip, count 10. 35. What about this one, McKenna? Giraffes. 25. And the last one? No, not 5. So we decoded our graph. Number 23 says, Adeline, Lyle wants to add penguins to the picture graph. We don't have penguins. He wants to put them on there. There are 30 stickers of penguins. How many symbols should Lyle draw? So, Adeline, how many stickers would he need to make 30? 3 stickers. Or 3 symbols, I'm sorry. Good job, Adeline. 3 symbols. Troy, make sure you're writing this. I know you are, Cortland. I'm happy. Number 24 says write a word problem. We're not going to do that because it takes too much room. And with this, I'm going to tell you a word problem for you to solve. Let's say, and I don't want you to write it. I want you to try to solve it in your head. Let's say this. I gave 10 students the same amount of monkey stickers. Okay? So, I gave 10 students the same amount of monkey stickers. How many stickers did each student get? I gave 10 students the same amount of monkey stickers. Adelie? 4. What did you do? You divided. That's what you did. You counted, Skip counted 10 to 40, you divided. So yes, 4 stickers. 4 stickers. Write it right now. Write it right now. The more you talk about it, like Portland, the more you ask and talk, the longer it takes. We're not going to slow down. This is an easy lesson, Troy. And I'm going to have you work with me here in a minute. 40 divided by 10 equals 4. All right, the next one. We're gonna see if this makes sense or nonsense, and we're gonna take a vote. Lena wants to put the monkey stickers in an album. Okay? Monkey stickers. She says she will use more pages if she puts 5 stickers on a page instead of 10 stickers on a page. Is she correct? So, let's think. Do you think it's going to take more pages to put 5 on a page or 10 on a page, Jack? Okay. All right. So Jack thinks it's 10. That's fine. Does anyone have a different opinion, though? We all, well, David, what do you think? Ooh. So David says he has 40 stickers, and if I put 5 on a page, I'm going to cover more pages. Let's solve it. So we have 40 stickers. Let's try. So do this. 40 divided by 40 divided by. We're going to do 5, and we're going to do 10. Okay, write this down. 40 divided by 5, 40 divided by 10. The quotient is going to be how many pages? She says 5 will take up more. Let's see if she's correct or not. So, Troy, what is 40 divided by 5? Skip count 5 to 40 on your fingers. Five to 40. Ready? Skip count with me. Eight. So 5 stickers is going to take up 8 pages. And Troy, what's 40 divided by 10? 4. So she says 5 pages. Is she correct, Willow? Yes. Yes, she is correct. So right, yes, she is correct. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna draw an arrow to show my work. You don't have to rewrite it. Just draw an arrow to show your work. Yes, she is correct. Let me write correct a little bit better. That looks like EET. Correct's right here. Yes, she is correct. The next one, it says, yes, the 2 more questions. It says, explain how a division problem is like an unknown factor problem. Jack, what's a factor again? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Multiplying. A factor is how you multiply and multiplication.
Right. So we're going to talk about how, and instead of using words, I want to use numbers because numbers I think are easier to see. So let's try this problem. We have blank times 10 equals 40. Huh. How is this? How is, oh, actually, let me do that. I messed up. Erase. Quick. 40 divided by 10 equals what? Well, don't answer that yet, because that is the same thing as saying as what times 10 equals 40. Because look, I've done this in a lot of videos, and if you even watch some of them, I always say, what's 40 divided by 10? That's the same thing as what times 10 equals 40. I always say it backwards. Okay? You can take any multiplication problem and say it backwards, and it's going to be right. So, really, 40 divided by 10 is what, Jack? 4. And let's say it backwards. 4. Exactly. So, for example, let me give you one more problem besides this one. Adeline, I want you to say this whole problem backwards. I know 40 divided by 5 is 8, but you could say, nope, 8. We got to look at it. We got to look at it like this. 8. 40. Just like that. You can work it backwards. Last but not least, David. Lily has 40 seashells. She put 10 seashells in each bucket. How many buckets did she use? 4 buckets, because 40 divided by 10 is 4. All right. So you guys have your practice homework. I think you guys can handle that. 15, don't worry about it yet for Mr. Heaver's class. Sorry, I'm still recording. Don't worry about it. We'll do that in class. Other than that, you guys have a good one.